Hey guys, I'm Rhonda Draculis. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to the epoxy world, you may not know that I preach a lot about doing sample boards before you jump into your large project. If you're doing this professionally, obviously you're going to be doing sample boards for your customers. So today, what I'm doing for a customer is a small sample board. Now, we do sell these sample boards on our website, RK3Designs.com. They are masonite, very lightweight, very durable, and you can use them over and over again. I absolutely love them. Very little prep. All I did, lightly sand and paint with one coat of our undercoat paint. All right, so what this customer wants is a vintage kitchen. Solid color countertop, turquoise, actually just resin mint is the actual color, but she wants a little bit of detail in there when you get close. She doesn't want the detail to jump out. She just wants it to be a hint of a design element in the piece. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour the whole thing with one color. Then I'm gonna save a little bit of that color. I'm gonna tint it with white, just a little bit. Now I have two different color versions of the same color. Then I'm gonna do a very light design on the top, and boom, we are done. I will do a flood coat, and in that flood coat, I'll do two versions. I'll do some with a little bit of diamond dust, and I'll do some without the diamond dust, again, giving my customer a choice of what they want. All right, so let's get started. All right, so like I mentioned, this sample board, I've actually used it several times. All I did was give it a nice good sand, and I applied one coat of my undercoat. Now, if this were an actual countertop, I would put two coats of that undercoat. All right, so we're gonna come in first with our color. Just Resin is one of the color pigments that I sell on our website. Amazing product, very, very highly pigmented and easy to mix. I absolutely love this product. So we'll mix this up to a nice opaque consistency. All right, now I'm gonna take a little bit of that for my contrast. Now I am using the Stone Coat Countertop regular epoxy at 3 ounces per square foot. All right, we'll take this out. Now, what this also lets me do is kind of gauge the opacity of my product and know that when I get ready to do my actual countertop, if I need to go a little bit more opaque. I could stand to go just a hair more, but for a sample board, I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and torch it. All right, now I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna add a little bit of our white, and I'm gonna lighten that up. Perfect, that's exactly what I want. I wanted just a few shades lighter than what I have on my board. Okay, I'm gonna come in, and I'm literally gonna just take a popsicle stick, and I'm gonna drizzle over the top. Now I'm gonna do light first, a light amount, not too much. I can always go back. And then all she really wanted me to do is to take and just give some dimension and some designs over the top. Keep in mind, guys, this is not gonna be a design that everybody loves. This is specifically for her vintage kitchen. She sent me a picture of exactly what she was wanting, and that's what we're gonna try to accomplish here. Often we have to remember doing this professionally that sometimes we need to create something that necessarily wouldn't be our favorite or our go-to choice, but it's something that the customer may really want. Now, I've actually done this exact finish with black and drizzled it with a little bit of white, and it absolutely was stunning because they put that countertop next to white subway tile and white painted cabinets, and it was just subtle enough that it was a timeless design. The customers absolutely loved it, and it just shows you don't have to spend a lot of time on a design to create something simply elegant. Okay, so I added a little bit more of the white. I wanted a little bit more detail, and as I start to kind of drag my stick, I'm also softening some of the pattern. So I wanted a little bit more. Now, what I don't want to do, you'll see I have quite a few bubbles here. And the reason I have those bubbles is because I was really agitating the epoxy and kind of bringing up those bubbles. What I don't want to do is hit it with a lot of heat. The heat is going to cause my epoxy to go back and become a little bit more fluid, and all of this real distinct pattern could possibly kind of just meld away. So what I'm going to use is a product called Fuzion, and this is our Fuzion Relax. It is a bubble popper. I can pop all of these bubbles and get my epoxy to lay out like glass. I'm not sure how it does it, but it kind of relaxes that epoxy, hint the name, and I love it. All right, so spray a little bit on the top. What I love about this also is I can use this product up to an hour or so after I pour, and I'm not gonna have to worry about getting ripples, burning my epoxy, any of that. Absolutely love it. Now I do want to tilt this just a hair. I want to get this to look a little bit more organic and move just ever so slightly. Now remember, if you are doing a sample board for a piece that's going to be in place, don't lift your sample board to create a really cool design if you're not going to be able to lift the actual project, because then you won't be able to recreate that same look. All right, so you see how super simple and super fast this was. So I encourage you guys, with sample boards, if you're actually going to be taking them to the customer, set those expectations to your customer that, hey, we can recreate this. It's not going to be exactly like it, but it's going to be very similar. So you want to set those expectations at the beginning. Also, use sample boards for your learning experience. Set yourself up a camera or use your phone, do anything. You don't have to video yourself, just put it on your hands and talk to yourself as you create. That way, when you go back, ready to recreate, you know exactly maybe when you added that one special color, or when you did a stir, when you tilted it, all of that stuff you have on your video. And what's really fun is you can take that design to the limit. You can stop at any place, take a picture, and then you can kind of keep going. That's kind of my motto, walk away Rhonda. I don't know how to do that very well. So what happens is I end up taking this finish to the point where I don't like it, but now I know how far I can go on that one design because I've recorded it. So that's a pro tip, guys. Always record, because you never know when you're going to come up with a happy accident. All right, so you believe me now how quickly I did this? Super fast. I'll let this cure. I'm going to meet with the customer. I'll present it to her and we'll move forward, yay or nay. I may even take her a picture, send it to her, say, hey, are we on the same page? If so, we're good to go. So guys, if you like little short tips and tricks like this video, let me know in the comments below. And what do you think about this? Give me some ideas of what you would use for a backsplash. Keep in mind, this is a vintage kitchen. I'm excited to see what kind of ideas that you leave me. I may even pass those on to my customer. All right, check out our website, RK3Designs.com, for a full line of Stone Coat countertop epoxy and several different brands of colorants. We have it all, guys. So let me know, what kind of projects do you want to see me do in 2025? I need some excellent ideas. There's your homework. All right, till next week, remember, don't be scared, move forward, and be creative.
Put your lips on mine.